morning. Welcome back again to Northern Sweden. Okay, so this is not usually the first place that we start, but we're kind of in a hurry today because we have something special. Because today, as part of, how to say that, like a perk at work, uh, I get to have this like chiropractor session for free. Aha, yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, what we're I'm trying to open the chat so uh, I could read your messages. Today has been very good for people like me that likes the cold. It's about 14 degrees, negative 14 degrees outside, and perfect weather. Okay, when I say perfect weather, cold, no clouds. Look at the sky. Yes, look at the sky, guys. It's cold. It's not gloomy, and it looks really, really beautiful. You know what I mean? Really, really beautiful. Uh, Hopefully, how do you say that? I have like good news and bad news in a sense. Bad news is that I am just here for my last 10 days here, which is like really, really bad, but it's also good because it's also a sign that it's another start of going back to Stockholm and going back here. Okay, so hi again. My name is Royce. This is a story of a guy who is not from this part, but have moved to or moved to Sweden, especially now in Stockholm, and will be moving hopefully within this year as soon as I sort out all of the things that I really need to do, and then poof, we'll do this. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. I'm going to the chiropractor. It's about, I think, just over 9 o'clock. And I am quite early for the regular time because it's usually like around 11. I usually walk from there to here and then go that way. But my appointment with the chiropractor is it's exactly 11, and I have to walk, walk, plus uh, go to the sauna and freshen up. We don't want to go naked. Again, welcome to Royce from Sweden. You're watching Lapland, northern Sweden. Lapland is not really a real country in a sense. Sorry about that. But it's a country that is populated by. Yeah, hi. Okay, welcome back again. I'm sorry about that. I'm using my phone, and like I said, I'm using my phone, and someone important has to talk to me. So again, sorry about that. Wait, we have a Hayden Myers. Hey, Hayden, hi. Welcome to the blog. I'm assuming this is like your first time here. So this is a simple story. No fancy music, no fancy editing, no BS, no crazy stunts. Okay, this is just a story of a guy who wants to live in this part of the world that is like very different from where I came from. Okay, I've been living in Sweden, in Stockholm, for almost 8 years now, and prior to that, I've lived in many countries, and I started to move here in 1996. Okay, so this is northern Sweden. This is private property. So there are things that I cannot do because it's, like I said, it's private property. All of the things that you can see right now, it belongs to the hotel that I am working for. Okay, so we are here in. If you want to find it out in Google Maps, just types SLAGNAS. The last A usually has an O on top, like a special character. But even if you're using the English version of Google Maps, you will find that and said Norrbotten County. So this is the northernmost county of Sweden, which is essentially like a province, a state, and Up north, which is this way, is the common border between Norway, Finland, and then Sweden. After those two borders from Norway and Finland would be the westernmost bit of Russia. Okie dokie. So the United States or America is that way, and then Asia is that way, where the sun is rising right now. So you see, there's a car coming, and oh man, you know what? So far, so good. I would really like to thank the people that are living in these parts because they are really friendly. They treat you like family, provided, of course, you're not, you know, you're also nice because respect comes in both ways. Okay. Oh, there we go. This is that's a big moose. You can see that. This is a moose track over there. It stopped there because you can see the two hooves stopping there, and then another pair there. That would be 2 meters long from the next one. So, could be, it would be taller than me. Okay. So, it's very cold right now. It's approximately negative 14 degrees. It's still not over. The rest of, well, most of Europe now is already spring. Well, in this part, we are having this very beautiful weather. So, Hayden Myers, hi, welcome to the show. Thank you very much. Like I said, this is really like very passionate in this way. You have to understand that as a background, I'm already like over 50. So it's pretty much understandable. I don't recommend young people to live here, especially those who are in their early 20s, because you either going to miss a lot of things, or it would be nice also if you would stay here, but you will be disabled with social skills if you grew up here, like, or stay here quite long. That's my only concern. It's not a bad thing, but it's really in this day and age where there's a lot of people in the world, it pays to have enough social skills to, you know, do communicate to a lot of people. But just look at this one. Okay, so we like to greet our friends Spellman, Bank, Foxy, Metric, Paul, Guten Tag to our viewers from Germany as well. So thank you very much. I'm very sorry that it's like this one is quite early. This live stream is much earlier than usual because, like I said, I have a chiropractor, a free. Take note that free chiropractor. How do you say that? Session at 11 o'clock, which is coincidentally it's the same time where the usual how to say that? Okay, the zero, and then Lala. Hey Lala. Hey Zero or Zeto. I'm very sorry of like having a hard time reading because the glare of the sun is all over the place. Plus, my nose is already, the tip of my nose is already kind of like aching because it's really cold. And like we said here in Sweden, there's no bad weather, only bad clothing. So it's something that you have to get used to. But, oh my God, my nose really hurts though, because anything below 10, it really hurts. The weather really hurts. Oh, I have no idea, but there's a lot of animals that were steering. But you can see that, that's a moose track. Aha! Okay, Entschuldigung. Okay. Zetto. Yeah, ich kann kein Deutsch sprechen. But look at the moose. You see, coincidentally, the reason why I'm here is that there's a lot of German, like really German people that lives here. It's basically like a small Germany now. Most of the time, you would hear German rather than Swedish in this part. Yeah, this part where I'm working. So it's like Deutschland here. Uh huh. Wait. Okay. Uh huh. Thank you. Thank you. Again, welcome to the blog. My name is Royce, and this would be our future address here. So, really cold. My nose really hurts, man. Yeah. Oh, well, like I said, this would be like a very good, reconnaissance trip for you. Because the reason why I took this job as well is to find out. I was able to know the area, get really good information, not like touristy or like a real estate, all of that BS from a real estate that this is beautiful and everything. But in reality, it could be very different. Oh, I don't know if it's the same moose, but there's a lot of moose that are active last night because those are really big tracks. Oh wait, those are nay, those are deer. Because look at the tracks there. It stopped here. It kind of like waited for something, and then cross. Oh yeah, I can see tracks going that way. What? There's a bigger lake. The lake is like this. There's water here. Oh wait, land, then water, big water, big water, big water. This place where I'm standing right now, imagine this is like Florida, that little pointy thing in the south of America. And then water, 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 water. And then the outlet of the lake is near where I'm staying. There's a small hydroelectric power there that is producing energy. It's going to be very busy because all of this water is going to turn into electricity somehow by all year round. So wait. Uh-huh. So Zeto. Yeah. Okay. So that would be like a very good experience for you because this is not a touristy place, to be honest. It's not really touristy, but for people that are not from here or not very how to say that, this place is kind of like alien for me as well. uh this look really like paradise, you know what I mean? But I have to really tell you, disclaimer, it's freaking boring if you are not the like if your personality is outgoing, you like to see a lot of people, talk to a lot of people, go out at night and everything like that. Well, it's not really like a good thing. You know what I mean? Aha. Okay. So speaking of IT jobs, there this would be a very good place for you to stay, but you need to find work first in Stockholm and then find those who are like remote because like I do some things online as well besides working as a chef. What I do is that during the winter season when this place is busiest, this would be I would be able to earn enough to make it through an entire year living, well, not really that comfortable, but it's more than enough. And then after this season, which ends at the end of March, uh, I work online. So coding would be, because remember, uh, from what I read before, Sweden is supposed to be Europe's Silicon Valley. So Spotify, a bunch of other games. Um, uh, they are from here, and many Swedish companies are really tech savvy. So it's not very hard. It depends on how good a coder you are. That's the question there, because when it comes to IT and healthcare, okay, let's talk about that. So the two most important, very stable professions here in Sweden is healthcare. So doctors, nurses, and all of these things the people that are filled in the hospital, and then IT. When it comes to IT, I have to stress it doesn't necessarily mean that it's just any kind of IT. First, it could be depending on what coding things you can do. I know a lot of coders know how to write code in different languages, but, but, uh, like I said, it depends on the company that you're going to work for. It could be as simple as Python, it could be JavaScript, you can C++, or some other stuff. So it depends. So just like learning a language, okay, major will enhance your worth. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. But put it this way. Wait, I'm trying to follow up with the Antonio. Hi, Antonio. Alea. Hi. Wait. Can I scroll down? Uh, what's the guy with the green? Alea. Yeah, put it this way. Like I said, it's very important to have an education. Why? Because, like I said, anyone can learn coding as long as you can read and write. You can learn coding. But the problem is with that angle is that because I have met a lot of coders as well, is that sometimes they just learn it by tinkering, self-taught, of course, from YouTube University as well. But the problem with that one though, in when it comes to like applying for companies and you want to work as an employee, it's very hard to prove what you know on CV if you cannot say that I went to some form of certification or formal study. That's really the bad thing because to be honest, there's a lot of guys and people basically that are very good in coding, but they don't really went to university for it or even a master's for that matter. Wait, I'm just reading. I'm just reading your stuff and my gloves. Okay, wait. Hello, Finland. Who's from Finland? Okay, Switzerland. Like put it this way. One of the reasons why I'm also going to move here is that, like I said, I'm going to find the best location here that would have like 5G connection. So because we don't have connected internet here or like wired, uh, you know, connections at home. So definitely you're going to use the mobile network kind of thing. That is also very popular here in Sweden. Although right now I'm using 4G, it seems to be doing fine, but it's much if you're paying for stuff, you probably should get the best that you can have. Especially me, I have like 6 computers, and well, not all of them are going to be connected always. I usually use a cold computer, so but other than that, uh, you could work on IT. Put it this way, who was like, uh, wait, Royce is healthcare. Listen, okay. you put it this way, guys. I read someone and said like, which one is like better? There is really no better career, really. One thing that I can assure you, and this would sound like an old school, old guy advice, is that if you don't like what you're doing and you're doing it just for the money, you will never really be happy. You know, I can assure you. Now, if you want to learn it the hard way, well, be my guest and knock yourself out. You know what I mean? But as a friend, uh, it would be much more better if you have like a trade-off like I do. Uh, you should have multiple skills. You know, you don't have to be very good at all of them, but having two skills is okay. Put it this way: I have healthcare skills, and then I have like restaurant skills as well, and then I have some coding skills. I I'm not very good in coding because I'm very old now, so uh, it's over. I'm like semi-retired on that department. So I love cooking, so hence I'm a chef. I don't do this every day because that would be very boring. But this view isn't. But answering healthcare and coding, you see, guys, listen. Oh, the good thing about this part is that you know, healthcare is very stable work-wise. You know, my case point is that have you ever seen a hospital, you know, went out of business unless you know, they really messed up the patient. You know what I'm saying? So there's always work there. It may be physically demanding and very stressful, and the schedules is really kind of like hard as well. But man, there's always work in the medical care, especially here in the first world where there's a lot of old people, and that's really stable, you know. But the problem with this one is that healthcare. Let's forget about the doctor part because that's really complicated. But you know, problem with healthcare, it's not really for everyone. Yeah, because put it this way: if you're going to see a lot of people in misery, and you're just there for the money, which is respectively very good, but you know, it's going to be like torture for you. And then with coding, I have I to those who know how to code, is you will never appreciate, or not really appreciate, you could never be fluent. Basically, you could never be fluent in programming if you're not really interested. It's just like if you're Deutsch and then you want to speak Espanol or Spanian, or how to say, or even, you know, really different. Let's say, for example, Chinese, Thai, or Arabic, where the symbols are completely alien to, you know, to the Roman alphabet. Okay, we're just talking about visual differences. Okay, not the people themselves, but believe me, it's a big hurdle. If you can learn Arabic or Chinese or one of those like languages has a different alphabet, if you could talk properly over there and how fast, then you could probably be very good with coding as well. Because generally coding is basically writing a book or a story in detailed form in a certain way, so that when the computer reads it, it will be able to understand and be able to, like, you know, basically cook whatever you want it to be cook. So wait. Yeah, but you know, guys, I understand all of these AI things and everything, but if you are a coder and you're going to depend on AI to write code, uh, you might be missing the point. Because the problem with AI, from what I understand from AI, the more we use it, the better it becomes, right? And you're actually helping the dinosaur that's going to eat you later. You know what I mean? They might be very good for, people that are not interested with many things. But as a coder to another coder, even if you will never admit it, the problem with that is that AI, if it gets too smart, then coders will be extinct. You get it, right? Because the AI could write its own code, which is, if you do understand coding, that's really scary. Not because I just watched Matrix or one of those like movies about machines taking over. It is very probable. You know what I mean? It's very well probable, and given the fact that humans have a track record of making mistakes, well, I think this AI, we cannot really mess up with AI that much, though. Maybe just like with robotics right now, we just build robotics for, manual, repetitive, heavy, heavy work, like, assembling cars or making parts like that. But, I mean, robot doctors, robot like this and like that. Oh, come on. I'm not against progress, but I'm not really very comfortable with that. Yeah, like I said, but if you're just going to pass something that was done by AI, you still have to read it, you have to debug it, you still have to check it, because you know it it's still relatively like a random writer as well, and the technology is still not mature, and it could be scary if it's become aware of itself. That's really scary, and believe me, it's even possible. If you have watched what's that, Mission Impossible, the latest one, I watched it in Netflix. It's where there's an AI. Okay, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, then I'm going to be able to let you know the story. you know it's one of those things, because like I said before, we cannot, well, nobody can predict accidents. Nobody can predict accidents. Wait, I like cheeseburgers. Yeah, guys, like I said, like these vegan things and everything, just to point out, it's very hard to be vegan in the northern, like Arctic and Antarctic places. Okay, it would be very, very not wise if you're going to, how to say that, uh, become vegan in these parts. Okay, because even though, put it this way, the body every day in a very warm country has to maintain a body temperature of something like 36 degrees Celsius or 37. It's one of those numbers. Okay, problem here, all of this weather is stealing my heat. I'm still losing heat even though I'm properly clothed. Okay, you can see the frost there. So the air is very dry, very cold, and for me to stay alive, my body keeps on burning. So if you're driving, I'm always on second and third gear, even though I'm still standing. And you know for a fact that when the engine is running, it's consuming fuel. And unfortunately, to be a vegan in this part of the world, it's very expensive, because all of the fresh vegetables are imported on the other side of Europe. We're in the northernmost part, Sweden, and most of the vegetables that are bought here are from Spain. And if you Google Earth that, it takes a long while to bring it here, and that costs a lot. Okay, I was thinking before it will. I estimate that it takes about 5 days for from from being harvested in somewhere in Spain, and you know end up here in like a perfect logistic delivery system. 5 days, and for thousands of kilometers, maybe 5,000 kilometers from Spain to here by road. Okay, so there are basically, wait, put it this way, vegetables are very expensive, fresh vegetables. Okay, and they don't really provide enough calories to keep you alive or well here. And guys, like I said, I have nothing against vegan people, but being vegan in remote places like this place or this area is not really very compatible. Okay, because it costs a lot, really costs a lot. Remember, if you're a vegan, you need to eat more vegetables to get in the same amount of energy and nutrition when you're eating a mix of protein and vegetables. Oh, my nose is starting to freeze. Oh God. Yeah. So here we are. We're almost at our destination, but I have to really show you guys how beautiful this place is. Really look at that. You can tell it's very cold. One of the signs it's very cold is that there are frosts on the leaves. Okay, because all of the air, all of the moisture in the air is being crystallized into anything solid. So the leaves and everything. And boy, it really hurts. My skin hurts. I have to cover my face. Good thing I'm using earplugs, earphones. Sorry about that. Okay, wait, where are we now? Yeah, thank you. It's really picturesque. Really, well, not that one, but starting from here. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, but like I said before in the previous vlog, which I would like to encourage you to watch as well, this being, all of these beautiful views, it's also treacherous, to be honest. Very treacherous. These things can kill you. This place can kill you. This cold can kill anyone. I may be near people like this, but it can kill you. If I get ran over by some crazy driver, in 10 minutes I'll be dead. Not because of my injuries, if I survive that, but it's from the cold. Especially if it's like minus 10 degrees lower. Okay, this is our helipad in case somebody really gets sick and needs to be evacuated ASAP, because the nearest biggest hospital is about 300 kilometers away, and by car that would be essentially 3 hours. You might not make it if you're going to the hospital by car, even if you drive fast. And for those who know how to drive in the snow, they will never drive fast. They will never risk it. So I can smell the kitchen now. My friends are cooking. So again, hi, this is Royce from Sweden. This is the story of a guy who wants, that guy over there with the shadow, who plans to move here. Okay, so during the winter time, generally, so far, this is subject to change. Generally, hopefully, during the winter season, when you know I would work in the hotel, and then after starting April till October, that's the big part where to find a job here. Hopefully, that would come in the form of working online. And I made the calculations though, is that instead of living in a very expensive city where rent and everything is much more expensive, but you stay at home, you know what I mean? That's a big problem, you know. I'm right now in Stockholm, I'm paying the equivalent about a minimum every month, not including bills, 900 euros for a 77 square meter apartment or flat. It has 2 bedrooms plus utilities, which is mostly electricity. We don't use gas anymore here in Sweden, no fossil fuels. uh, it costs a lot, but you know, here in the northernmost parts, you could rent a decent house for say how do you say that, maybe 300 400 euros a month for a decent big house and stuff. So big savings, especially if you're going to just stay at home most of the time, like, you know, if you're a coder or something. If you're working in a hospital, then of course you need to be, you know, location dependent. But for those who can write code or work online, well, I think this is a very good trade-off, or basically a deal of some sort. So, and especially in like countries that have like very good infrastructure, like Sweden, Norway, Finland, and Denmark, that I'm familiar. Okay, I'm familiar with. I'm not saying the other countries are like, you know, crappy things, but the places that I'm very familiar with, especially here in Scandinavia, the infrastructure is very good. So we get really good internet for pretty much the same price as some less developed countries are paying for their internet, but there it's really, you know, really slow. So this is a good deal. If you have a car, you can drive, you have the driver's license, you have like a regular list of companies that you're working for online, you know, living in this kind of the world, provided that you like this kind of weather as well. You could do it in a desert, you can do it in a tropical island, but it depends on where you are. I like this one. Plus, computers are usually, how do you say that? They're usually hot, so you could use them as like like heaters as well to save some money though. So if you have like desktops, meaning Windows, they produce a lot of heat. So during the winter season, you get an extra heater for for it as well. You know, well, not really that hot, but it it helps. Okay, so this is the 500 room hotel that I worked for, and this is the parking lot for employees. Hopefully I will park there one day. I can. It's really cold, guys. It's really cold. Negative 14. And 2 days earlier, it was just like 2 centigrade plus. So it's really annoying sometimes. Plus my foot is starting to get cold because I'm walking slowly. So my body is not producing enough heat to warm everything. So wait. Okay, wait. Well, if you know trigonometry and physics, well, you could judge from the angle, and then all of these things you could figure out how tall I am. Yeah, but like I said, guys, you know what? It's getting really cold, so I have to go inside because it's not really safe. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Really helps as well. living in this part of the world. So I need your support. We're not yet monetized, so that's why it's even much more important to get really cold. So again, thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Taksamiki. If you have any other questions, just put it on the comments and I'll read later because I have to start preparing for my chiropractor, which is free. Thank you. Good night. Good day.